Right then, chaps. Do you remember why you are here?
Well, I followed Martin.
I thought there would be snacks.
We're doing a podcast, don't you remember?
Well, what do we need for a podcast?
We need someone to organise us.
Check. That would be me. We need a snazzy haircut.
Oh, check.
And we need the, other one.
Oh, check.
Do we need a huge corporate sponsor to control the entire podcast and make it solely about profit?
Subway. Eat fresh.
We also need a terrible comedy skit to open the show with.
Ah.
Yeah. And finally, a theme tune. Yeah, I'm liking that.
Great, so, can I go home now?
I'm afraid not. Your fates are sealed for the next hour or so. Because
Dice rolling sounds.
the die is cast. Hello and welcome to the Dice Cast podcast.
We've more excitement than that.
Hello and welcome to the Dice Cast podcast.
Shall we try to do another introduction as to who we are and what we're doing? Hello, we're sixth formers. We do the IB. Sell us money, that's all things.
Sell us money. Sell us money.
came up
We're
with
in the business of buying money. Basically, we're three idiots doing a podcast and give us money. Oh no, we don't take money, do we?
No.
Okay.
We buy money.
We
apparently.
buy money.
We buy
of
money.
course. Sell us the... We're not buying it anymore, we're being sold it.
Oh,
Hang on.
sell us... No.
No,
We've
we're
been
not
given,
buying
we've given money.
We're not buying anymore,
Have
we're
I-
being sold it.
Do I have to give money to somebody? Not sure I want to do this.
Me. Give me your money.
No.
Well, that's...
No.
How else are you going to make this work, Matthew?
Pay somebody else. I could pay somebody to replace you. That's altogether better. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway.
That's alright. See, if you look at Audacity, there's a huge silence when Yami said that, which is me just going, oh.
It's fine, I'll fill it with some happy music in post.
Da, 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 da.
Right, so, what is this? What are we doing? Why are we here?
It's a very good question.
Charlie, why don't you...
Yeah.
Why are we here, Charlie?
Well, do you mean like the meaning of life? Because that's, like, you should read a good book now and then.
Why are we
Be
here?
nice to people.
Okay, why are we here? Can you introduce it in a Louis Walsh?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I can't do Louis
I haven't
Walsh.
heard the one... Come on, I want
You never will. I'm not.
to hear this.
I
please.
don't-
That does
It's
ruin
not.
an entire
We have,
segment
we have an entire feature devoted to Duncan Bannatyne and Louis Walsh. Okay, what do? Martin will do his Duncan Bannatyne first, and then he'll ask
I can't do it. I
He'll-
can't do a Louis Walsh.
He'll ask you a question, and then you answer as Louis Walsh, okay?
I'm out. Alright, I'm Duncan Bannatyne. I'm a hardened Glaswegian businessman, and who are you?
I'm Louis Walsh. It's great.
I love that!
It's great.
It's so much better than my Duncan Bannatyne. which
Oh,
is-
it's wonderful!
I'm Louis Walsh.
No, stop, Matthew.
Oh.
With Duncan Bannatyne, he doesn't pronounce his words very, like, he sort of mumbles a little bit. That's what I
Are
think.
you
I'm
confronting
out.
all Glaswegians?
Huh?
Are you saying that all Glaswegians don't pronounce their words properly?
Be-
I'm saying
being-
Duncan Bannatyne does.
Being
He mumbles a
descended
little bit.
from a Glaswegian, I can say yes. That's exactly what happens.
As descended from a pirate, I will say R.
As descended from a pirate. Do you want to elaborate on your story about pirates?
There is a... Shall I do it in a pirate accent?
No.
Milady. A long time ago,
In a land far away.
my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather had a grandfather who had a great-great-great-grandfather who was a pirate. R. That pirate went by many names, including Blackbeard.
You actually are descended from
I am descended from Blackbeard, milady.
Can you grow a beard and light it on fire like Blackbeard does?
I could,
Can you grow a beard, just in general?
I can grow a beard. I
Good.
could set fire to my hair instead. I have more hair. Anyway, so were we trying to do an introduction for this?
I think this will do. It's pretty much some
No, this is not right. It's on the agenda. It's on the agenda. Re-record an original intro talk. So,
It's the most organised drivel I've ever done.
okay. So I'll begin. We are 3 now sixth formers, are we not?
Quite, yes.
And we, as part of our education programme, being the International Baccalaureate, have to do something creative. Thank you for that. Right. I'll just start
You
again.
just edit my voice saying baccalaureate to impose on the way you said it wrong. Be part of the International Baccalaureate.
We have to do 50 hours of creativeness. You could do something like playing the guitar. You could paint murals on walls. You could paint the Queen. Actually, literally go up to her face and...
The Queen is actually... She looks a bit like Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars. I'm not allowed to say... Is that treason?
I think that's... In fact, I can hear a car outside. I think that is actually the Queen.
That's James Bond come to execute me.
Comes to a bit of the old fisticuffs.
Oh.
Tell you what.
Fisticuffs and the Queen. Oh. Sorry, don't get distracted. Continue with what you're saying.
So distracted already. So our idea for something creative was to do a podcast. So in PE last year, in fact, I came up with the idea that before I've actually tried to do a podcast with
Playing Dungeons and Dragons.
No.
Yeah, well, no, that's what you did. That's what you told us.
Oh, yeah, no,
you tried
yes.
to record yourself playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Surprisingly, it didn't work out well. Partially because we were playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Charlie, can you roll the D20 for me? Did it critically fail? That's a D&D joke there for you.
Because I don't know how to play.
Like zero people will get that, I think.
I actually got that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Woo! D&D jokes.
Ah.
That was the loudest clap ever heard.
Anyway, so in PE, I went to Martin. I said, Martin, have you ever thought about doing a podcast?
It was me and Charlie as well.
No, I think I just talked to you first.
Charlie was there across from us on the exercise.
I know, but Charlie wasn't listening.
I was just like working out,
He was
Walking on the
pumping,
rock hard abs.
pumping iron,
pumping
and
some
stuff.
iron, pumping iron. Who are me laddie? And I said to Martin, fancy doing a podcast? What do you say, Martin?
Yes, if we can have Charlie as well. Or something like that.
I said, right, the deal's off. Then
Oh.
Martin begged, and I said fine, and I angrily went over to Charlie on pumping iron. I grabbed his weights, I pulled it off him.
And then
Charlie.
then he fell over because they were too heavy for you.
Yeah, I grabbed it. I fell backwards. Oh, it's too heavy. I
too
staggered
strong.
back up to my feet. Oh, I said to Charlie, right, Charlie.
You want to podcast?
He said, "What do you say, Charlie?"
Yes. I can't remember. It was ages ago.
You said,
Obviously, I agreed.
Matthew, I'd be privileged too."
Then you said only if I could have Martin in. Then you went really angrily. You stormed off.
Yeah, fell over again.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's how it came to be.
And then what was it? So we had this idea, and then like a year later, or 2 years.
I think it might have been 6 months. We were talking about it. Our original idea was to do D&D, wasn't it?
Yeah. Then we realised that's a terrible idea.
I then looked up DVD. DVD. No, D&D. That's
D&D,
it.
yeah.
Not DVD. Very different game. That's just sitting down watching.
And the DVD, of course, in question would be Leprechaun, starring Warwick Davis.
What day was the
Leprechaun, starring Warwick Davis.
What?
Leprechaun, starring Warwick Davis.
Right, that's gone. Nobody heard that.
I did it 3 times.
No, I can edit power 2 times a day.
Okay.
Damn. Anyway, and I looked up D&D, and the rulebook was 200 pages long. I immediately had to Skype Martin.
Yeah.
You were in the middle of playing the guitar.
I
I tried to Skype him. I told him what a terrible idea it was. We thought the podcast was over. It was history. But then, Charlie, what happened? I came into school with a brilliant idea.
What was it, Charlie?
Brilliant in quotation marks. Instead of doing on D&D, we would do a podcast on...
Board games.
Hooray!
Yes. You had an idea for a podcast called Board Talk. I said that's a terrible idea, and so
It
I
wasn't
named
a terrible
It's
idea.
also used by the IT crowd.
Yeah. And so then I renamed it to The Die is Cast.
Because it's quite funny.
Why? That's funny in 3 ways, isn't it, Martin?
Yes, because the fact is we're playing board games, so we use die and dice, and they're cast in order to make the rolls.
The other funny way is that
Is it-
cast is the name of a group of people, so we might be called the Dyer's Cast.
Because we're cast, because we're the cast of The Die is Cast.
Milady.
What was the third reason?
I don't think that was the third way.
I think, was it...
The third way it's funny is, in fact, because we can actually all do magic. Alakazam!
Why is that funny? Why is that when the dice cast? I see you cast spells. So. Yeah. And also, that magic... Wait, when you say we all do magic, do you mean you can do magic and me and Charlie have both played Skyrim? Martin, all this time, our voices are about 8 octaves higher than they should be. When I said Alakazam, I have the power to raise the tempo of your voice and pitch.
Alakazam! Okay, it's back now.
You can edit it. 'Cause-
It's all edited, Martin.
No.
You have no power.
I had
here.
no idea.
You were talking like this. Hello, Martin. Hello, it's Martin.
Why was I saying hello, Martin? Was I looking in the mirror just going,
Hello, Martin!
yeah, good lord.
Right, we're trying to do an introduction.
Because the last one was too rambly.
The reason why we chose board games to include was to try and keep us on track. Because we tend to ramble a bit. So
And we thought there were already enough podcasts that people ramble on and stuff.
So what's happened is we've actually recorded this podcast before. And we played a game. I won't tell you what the game is because you'll find out in a minute. And then what I'll do is...
Did we even mention the name of the game? I hope we do.
Yeah.
We did. Charlie mentioned it in a deep and booming voice.
Okay.
He mentions it like this.
It's a game called 5 Second Rule. The game quick thinking and fast talking.
Yeah. Then what happened was I listened back to it and bits were quite bad. So we're recording bits of it again and we'll splice this in with some board game and then we'll splice them in with some regular features. That sounds good, doesn't it, Martin? Stop reading! Stop being intellectual.
Why would you throw a book on the floor?
I hate you, Martin. So basically, this podcast will involve us. It'll involve audio from us playing board games, which is obviously a bad idea because how do you play board games on a podcast? But inevitably, when you're playing with Martin and Charlie, things tend to get quite funny
Well,
and go horribly wrong.
yeah.
So yeah, enjoy that.
I'd quibble with the use of the word funny, but
Yeah.
yeah, but
Funny as in queer rather than funny as in humorous.
yeah.
You're a bit,
Yeah.
you're a bit queer, aren't you? Yeah, a bit queer. Milady.
See, I was going to say something, then I realised that in order to make me sound a little queer, you just raise my voice really high.
Go on, try and say something queer.
Hello.
That was genius. You sound so queer. Anyway, right.
Wow, that's
Good. On with the show. Boom! Okay, good. That bit's over.
God, you sound.
Re-record intro talk for first podcast. Cross off the list.
Isn't it worse than the original one? What we just said.
We didn't actually say really anything about the podcast in the original one.
I think there are. We did say a few useful things. I think in there.
Good.
You're just gonna have to fish through and find them.
Yeah. Okay, happy fishing.
For now.
What we'll do, we'll take a break and go and get lunch, shall we?
Yeah. So what games do you have that we can use?
Well, let's try this game. It's a game about fast talking, if you could read the packaging.
It's a game called 5 Second Rule. The game quick thinking and fast talking. And there's a... What the...
That is a
Alright.
weird board.
Oh, Matthew.
Whoa! I forgot about that. It takes 5 seconds for them to get to the top and bottom. Thank you, Martin, for that. That lovely percussion
And
instrument.
so you want us to talk really quickly so people can't quite understand what we're saying on a podcast?
No. You'll see what the game is in a second. Which colour do you want to be?
What colour do you want to be, Charlie?
I don't mind. Oh, Jeff. Orange.
I'm orange.
Oh.
Any colour.
Apart from orange.
Red.
Red. Colour's red. What colour are you, Martin?
Green.
Are you calling me yellow?
No, because you're orange.
Good. Nobody's playing. Nobody's playing. No, you don't get the. Just leave it. I'll put it there. So this is the game.
Hey girl, how you doing?
Nice.
Sorry,
Smooth.
continue.
So what you do? Okay, what you do? You grab a card from the front so you can't see it.
Name 3 crime or spy novel authors. Charlie Higson, Anthony Horowitz, and Ian Fleming.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, right, and then you get 1 point.
You don't put it in the discarded pot.
No. Yeah.
Adam's gonna be so
So-
bad
so
at
move.
this. Like, I'm not gonna be able to name.
Don't worry. That was a
anything-
really hard one. I wouldn't be able to get that. Go on. Draw,
Yeah,
draw a card,
I'm just
Charlie.
naturally clever.
Any
From the back. From the back. Just draw. No, from the back.
What's the front? Name 3 Mario characters. Mario, Luigi, and Peach.
Very
Boom.
good. The most non-nerdy person I know.
How?
That was quite easy, actually.
Okay.
I'm pretty
on.
pleased.
Do you want to do the timer for my one? Name 3 titles of relatives. Uncle, aunt, grandma.
Nice.
Name 3 things beginning with the letter F. Fjord, Flintstones, and Fly.
See, personally,
Flintstones.
I don't think Flintstones is a thing, because Flintstones is a
course it is.
noun.
Well, a noun is a
Oh,
thing.
Flintstones, as in not the Flintstones, but a Flint.
I was thinking of Flintstones, but it still works. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Have I just got your point? I think so. I should be there. Okay, so Martin, you just got a point. Which
Yep.
colour are you again?
Green.
Green. You're green. Well done.
Charlie's go.
Sam, wait.
Hold for it. Read the card.
Name 3 festivals. Glastonbury.
You
Damn.
could have had the V Festival. You have the Isle of Wight Festival.
The National Haggis Festival.
There we go. What is the one? The
I thought,
Festival
like,
de
real
Muertos.
proper music festival.
De Muertos.
I don't
The,
know.
Festival of the Day of the Dead.
Dia de los Muertos.
There we go.
There's also you could also have the Tomatino, which is I think in Spain or Italy, where they sit and they throw tomatoes at each other. You could have had a lot of things.
I had to do a project on that when I was in year 7.
Did someone throw a tomato at you?
No, but I had to do a... No.
That would have made the project a lot
No,
more
that
exciting.
actually that would probably made it a lot more exciting. All I have to do is do a project about men
Covered in tomatoes.
covered
wrestling
in
with-
grease, trying to climb up a greasy pole, trying to get like a steak at the top of the pole. Because that's how they open the festival.
Why?
Are we sure this was a school project?
This was a
Not just a hobby.
isn't a hobby. Okay.
So what do you do? What do you do if you fail?
Well, you just slide down the pole.
No, I'm talking about on this.
Oh, I see. In the game. You don't move forward.
All right. Sorry.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Do you want to do the... Okay. Name 3 boys' names beginning with the letter S. Samuel, Sausage Man, and Samantha.
That's a girl's
Oh!
How did you muck that up?
sausage.
You can't think of 3 boys' names beginning with the letter S.
Sean, Samuel, Simon.
Simon! That beautiful name that I've forgotten. Alright, Martin, it's your turn.
Name 3 countries in the Southern Hemisphere. Spain, South Korea, and Sri Lanka.
Spain is in the southern hemisphere.
No, it's not. Well, I don't know geography, do I?
You could have had. You have Jamaica. No, which is the one that's hosting the World Cup? Brazil. Brazil isn't that?
What
Southern
about
Hemisphere?
Namibia?
You're going to Namibia? Namibia's in the Southern Hemisphere?
You couldn't think of 3 boys' names going there, so you can shut up.
What? Sam, Sausage Man, and Samantha.
No, you could have had Samuel, Sean, and Simon. There you go.
Don't try and be clever.
Samuel, Stephen, Simon.
who's-
Well, the aim of the game is to try to be clever. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's
Yeah.
the point.
Quickly.
Well, I can't
Yeah,
do this.
turn card.
Name 3 furniture stores.
Fuck you.
Oak furniture.
Oak Furniture Land. Other furniture lands are available.
Oak Furniture Land, IKEA, DFS.
Nice.
Other furniture stores are available.
I'm really good at this.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I'm not great, but...
you're not.
Your turn.
Name 3 things you...
So stop.
I didn't even read it. Name 3 things you might find in a rubbish skip. Old trousers, old shoes.
podcast.
I know. This podcast. Old sheets.
You didn't.
Oh, what three?
That was 3.
Old trousers, old shoes. This podcast. Okay, fair enough.
I'm done with that.
Cool. I'm orange. Right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a feature.
Is it?
It is.
What feature?
The feature is when the Matthews are away. This is a very simple feature. I go away for a bit and see what happens. So, I'm off.
Bye,
Are you going to take your tablet with you?
No.
Take your meds,
Excellent.
your tablets.
Take your meds with you.
However, actually, hang on a second, hang on. Oh, this is absolute genius.
What, you're going to leave that to
No,
films?
I mean, no. Just talk about yourself.
Do make music, John. Matthews fiddling with his tablets. Matthews
Is that a euphemism?
fiddling with his tablets. Yes. Making it work with his camera. He's gonna see what's going on. He's connecting it via the Wi-Fi waves to the camera. Da da da. He's gonna see what we're doing because he can do that with technology. Go technology!
Oh yeah.
That was pretty catchy.
That was
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
Can you keep that song? That was quite good.
I'm going.
You're gonna see what's happening from there.
I'm now leaving, listener. Goodbye.
Okay.
Hello, Matthew. The idea is that you follow up with something equally as creepy or as funny, you know. Thing is,
Do you like what you see out there? Yeah?
got your camera in the
Relax,
corner for us, eh? Yeah.
Look what I'm doing to the camera.
See, Charlie, the problem with you trying to visually attack Matthew's camera is that it doesn't make for great radio. That's the only problem. Shall we,
Oh, yeah.
do you want me to tell you a story about a dog?
Let's hear the story, man. What is it?
Story about a dog.
What dog was it?
It was,
Chocolate Lab?
we talking
Great
labs?
Dane?
Are we cooking, Charlie? We talking labs? We cooking some meth? What's going on? You can be the hip young man, and I'll shave my hair and grow a beard, and I'll be the old man.
No, but in Breaking Bad, Jesse shaves his hair as well.
Well, you can do that if you
watch
want.
Breaking Bad?
I'm
sure. No,
I've
you
never
haven't watched it.
I've never watched
probably
Breaking Bad.
probably half the people who are listening to this probably do watch Breaking Bad and are like fangirling about it right now.
I think what
I love it.
I think
I watched it all.
my dad is bald and he's also a chemistry professor. So I said to him, Dad, you should grow a goatee and cook methamphetamines and be like the man off Breaking Bad.
It's Walter White.
My dad wasn't really happy with that idea.
Yeah, but he's not old and he doesn't have a really groany voice.
He is quite old.
not a mer.
He's quite old.
Scarlet White.
He's quite old. He is quite
How
old.
old's your dad?
Like 9 million, I think. 9 million and a half, because he's sort of, as you get older, you start counting halves again. So, my dad he doesn't just say, oh, I'm 9. He's Scottish, I think. I'm 9 million years old. He goes, I'm 9 million and a half years old. So how old are your parents, Charlie?
I'm not too old.
Too old. Wow.
Did you take a picture when I was attacking your screen with Buzz Lightyear?
Oh, good lord. We had a conversation about Breaking Bad whilst you were gone.
I've heard of it. I never watched it.
So good.
Neither have I. I was just talking about how my dad should be the
wave
man
that
for
at the
Breaking Bad.
camera.
Did you get a video from?
I can't record a video.
You're just watching us. Can you hear us on that as well?
No, but I could hear you.
Yeah, alright.
Right.
We were quite loud, weren't we?
By the way, you know that weird sort of the mischievous music. Whenever I leave, there's that mischievous music plays.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Now, back to your regular entertainment schedule. Okay, my turn.
He's in a... Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool, that's why you got this. Name 3 words that rhyme with last. Fast, bath...
How did you not do that? Fast, past, and last.
Podcast?
Yes! You're doing one right now.
I got bath. Bath.
Introducing Matthew, the world's biggest next rapper. What was the thing?
And so I was there at the queue, I was
My
last.
last bath.
I was there in the queue and I was last, and so when I decided to have a bath.
Can we, Charlie,
Beatbox.
beatbox on. Let's try that again.
So I was queuing up for a gig.
Come on.
Okay, try again.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So I was standing in a queue, queuing up for a gig, and I went into the local sweet shop and I saw a jar of peppers that was big. And so I ate all those peppers, and I went to drink a Sergeant
Went to a
Pepper,
sweet shop.
other drinkers available, and then had a bath.
You didn't say last in there. Okay, we're done with that.
The thing that I did last was have a bath.
That was awful, right?
I'm
That was
not.
amazing.
If you hadn't noticed, I'm not a freestyle rapper.
Oh,
Ready?
name 3 best things about school. Friends, wedgies, and some... Oh, come on.
Okay, I'm going to say that you scored 1 point on that round. Not point, but 1 out of 3, because A, wedgies aren't a favourite thing, and B, you only said 2 things. So,
Damn it.
Wedgies might be good. He might have an itch
I'm not
that he can't quite
spontaneous,
scratch.
guys.
come on, Big Bruce. Come on, give me a wedgie, mate. Oh, that's a spot. Give me a bit of an itch.
Give you a wedgie
So
on the
Matthew,
flagpole,
you
man.
just said to a man called Big Bruce, "Oh, that's right."
Specifically, no, oh, that's the spot.
Hey, Bruce.
Hey, Big Bruce. No, not Bruce, Big Bruce.
Big Bruce.
A BG. No.
Go give me a wedgie, Big Bruce.
BB.
Shut up and get in the car.
Big
Not
Bruce,
B, not-
give me a wedgie on a flagpole, Big Bruce. I like that.
Okay.
Who's going?
Name 3 sports played on a pitch or court: badminton, tennis, and cricket.
Nice.
Nice. Smooth. Fast. Greasy.
I'm just trying to get that steak at the top.
I want that on a t-shirt. I'm just trying to get that steak at the top.
Well, if this becomes popular, we can put this.
That'll be the first piece of merchandise we sell. First t-shirt.
Okay.
Okay. Name 3 famous Brits. The Queen, Prince Albert, the Queen Victoria, Queen Elizabeth I.
Prince Albert, the German.
That was why I said
No point.
I said another
Come
2.
on, no, you
You
can't.
didn't get it in that time.
No, I
you,
said-
you only got 3.
Did I?
You didn't get
I did-
3 at the time.
I only got 3 instead of 4, but one of them was a German. Oh, will not do, I say.
Oh, so you don't move.
Sorry, Matt.
Bit of tumbleweed goes past, and I'm stuck on square number 2. The next feature we have is Sell Me a Dream. Martin, why don't you introduce Sell Me a Dream?
Sell Me a Dream is wherein Matthew finds a product on the internet and he tries to sell it to me and Charlie, who respectively do the voices of Duncan Bannatyne and Louis Walsh. I get a bit scared when you press buttons now, because I think you might lose a load of our...
Oh, I'll never do that, would I?
Just turn around.
We need, like, a continuous jazz track in the background.
No, look, there's jazz track now.
Oh,
So
right.
yeah.
Do you have no ears, Charlie? Can you not hear?
Apparently not.
can't believe you forgot to record.
I'm sorry.
The only genuinely good bit of humour that we did in this podcast, you forgot to record it. Oops. You're damn right, oops. I can't believe you're recording this but not any good humour that we did. I'm going to hold that against you forever. You missed me talking about my love of the Spice Girls, Matthew. It was so good. Oh.
We can reproduce it.
Well.
Okay, so here we go. I found one. Keep looking that way. I've got it.
Just so pointed at that he started laughing.
Oh, I've got it. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, keep looking that way. I have found possibly one of the most useless products ever invented. I have a picture of it on screen now. I'm about
He's
to...
going to try and sell it to us.
Okay, you may come back now.
Okie dokie.
Oh.
You're going to have to sell this to us, right?
Yes.
Hello and welcome to Dragon's Den.
I've actually had a thought. We can't call it Dragon's Den, can we? Because that's already been used. So we're going to rename it. What about...
Dragon's Men.
What about...
The Ferret's Flat.
There you go.
Welcome to the Ferret's Flat. Not at all associated with the other popular television programme, Dragon's Den.
Carry on then.
A show where Duncan Bannatyne and Louis Walsh see enterprising entrepreneurs who have ideas for their businesses or products to try and sell to Duncan Bannatyne, the dragon, and Louis Walsh, the delicate butterfly.
If Charlie, in the style of Louis Walsh, would you like to call in the next contestant?
Well, hello, call in the next contestant, please.
I put him in. Go on.
Right. I've got into the elevator, but maybe a couple of minutes before I get up there, so you'll just have to chat amongst yourselves.
Yeah, you got that elevator fixed, yeah? Me man.
Yes, I like it. I like the elevator. It's great. I loved it every second of it.
think
It's
it-
all about fun.
Just after I get into the elevator, soon after, I moved. I got his accent right. Okay, good. Are you alright down there?
I'm still in the elevator. It's a really long elevator ride.
It's weird because we're in a 2-story warehouse. It shouldn't really be taking him that long.
Okay.
So what business do you have?
It's
Irish
music.
business.
Dun, dun, dun.
The Irish.
I am here. I stroll in.
Hey, do you want to tell us your name and your idea?
Oh yes, I be Jim.
I do.
Well, hello, Jim.
Jim Jenkins.
What you talking
Hello,
about?
Jim. Hello.
Now I've got a very good product today to sell you.
Can't you show any normal voice?
And
Yeah, that's the best sign.
okay. Fine. So my name is Jim Jenkins. Hello. Now
Hello, Jim.
you. Sorry, that throws me completely off my accent.
Hey.
Just need to collect myself.
Hey,
I'll-
you got yourself some
Take
time.
us back.
I'm just turning around.
He's just sort of
Take as
turning.
much time as you like.
He's turning around to collect himself. I mean, all right,
Now,
you good?
Now, as two men,
Aye.
I'm sure that,
That is what I am.
like the rest of us, I'm sure
that's
that you
what
do a lot.
Would you like a cup
Sorry.
of tea, man? Jim.
It's because I know what product it is. It's so stupid.
Hey, wee man. Take your time. I'm not in the business of wasting my time, but I'll give you an exception. Go on.
Often, I'm sure you walk around. You walk around quite
Well,
a
I'm
bit.
Scottish, so no, I don't.
But if you were to walk around,
Aye.
your feet might get quite hot.
Aye, my feet do sometimes get quite hot
Yeah.
when I'm sitting at home, and I've got sort of central heating on because I'm a businessman. I can afford it, and I sit with my feet on the radiator because I get a bit cold in Scotland sometimes, and then they get warm.
Yeah, Mr. Walsh, I'm sure that you also get hot feet as well.
Oh, I hate getting hot feet. I just get really hot all the time because I'm on stage and performing.
Does this something bother you, getting hot feet?
Yes, quite a lot actually.
Yes,
very
I've
hot.
come up with the ultimate product that will stop your hot feet problems.
Aye, go for it.
Charlie, can you please press the button on that monitor to turn it on?
Okay, I'm here. My name is Charlie.
Oh, yes.
Hey, what is this?
How does that keep your feet cool? I don't get it.
Oh, no! I need them on one.
This is it.
Air-conditioned shoes, ladies and gentlemen.
Air-conditioned shoes.
With every step, it keeps your feet cool and fresh.
But how does it work?
Well, it's wonderful, really. What you have is you have air conditioning units inside your shoes.
Aye, but I'm a businessman and I like to wear high quality shoes. Won't I just look like I got air conditioning units on
Oh
my
no, no, they're tiny. Oh, dude, that's in the end. They're very small. They're inside the sole.
I can see that by this very happy, very happy and smiling Asian man holding the shoes, pointing them quite threateningly at me like he's gonna hit me with them.
So, I'll be looking for 20 million. For
Well, I love it. I think it's great. I'd invest money in that.
Listen, I'm it.
Oh, why would that be, Milady?
Because it makes people's lives better, and as a Glaswegian, I don't believe in that at all.
Oh, okay. Mr. Walsh, how much? I'd be looking for 20 million for.
I'd be looking for 20 million.
I'd be looking for 20 million for 10%.
Well, I like it, but I don't like you. So for that reason, I might.
Goodbye, go home, take your air-conditioned shoes with you.
Oh, the sad music's playing now.
I bet you can leave and you'll feel really cool, you'll be fine. The walk of shame has never been
Very
this
well.
fresh.
I shall turn on the spot, and I shall walk away.
He's just making noises with his mouth, he's standing in the corner, he's going... And he's not opening the door, he's just sitting there making weird noises.
No,
in
the elevator's
corner.
going. There's a rumbling.
He's just saying the elevator's making... He's not leaving.
Oh,
Charlie! Louis! I'm scared! Jesus, stop.
okay, that's it.
Train wreck.
Right, I'm saving that page. I will be selling more products to you from this page in the future.
Oh dear.
Well, that was... I was crying.
That was quite an experience.
So now we need to do an introduction for the short little snippet that will happen before Sell Me a Dream.
Hey, that's rubbish.
That's great.
That's right. It's a dream.
Sell me a dream.
Sell me a dream.
Yes, use that.
Now back to your regular entertainment.
3 fashion designers. Gok 1.
Gok 2 and Gok 3.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Yves Saint Laurent, Calvin Klein, and
Oh, of course.
George.
Literally, it's already... What, my boy George?
Yeah, this is going to be probably really painful for the listeners to hear this. Because they're going to be like, oh, I know this. And it's just me
Yeah.
sitting here not knowing
Well, I think
anything.
because it's this question-based thing, they can also sort of... They can sit at home and whilst the podcast is playing, they can yell 3 things loudly.
Well, you can play along, can't you? What you do, rewind now, go back to the beginning of the podcast, and then play along with us.
If not, just continue.
If not, just forget that.
Matthew would like to send a message to Big Bruce. He says play along with us.
Come on, Big
Big
Bruce.
Big Bruce.
That's the spot. Ooh. Okay.
I want that on a t-shirt. That's the spot, Big Bruce.
Okay.
The words Bruce, just really big writing just in the background.
Like, on the back of the t-shirt, it looks like you got your underwear pulled up. Like on a wedgie. Oh, you know.
If this becomes popular, which it won't because it's awful, you never know.
Yeah. Okay. Name 3 famous American actresses: Marilyn Monroe, George W. Bush, and Colonel Sanders.
Megan Fox, Ellen Page. What's her name? Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, she's not an actress. She's a...
She's an actress.
Oh, yeah, she is.
A very talented actress as well.
Angelina Jolie.
My sister seems to love her. She was, oh, it's sad.
This end?
What's her name again? You just said it.
Angelina
Jennifer... Jennifer Jolie.
No, Jennifer Lawrence.
Name 3 places you would wear shorts. Namibia, Brazil, the summer, and the beach. The beach, there we go.
The summer is not a place.
And then I said the beach
You
answers
said
in the time.
3, yeah.
Yeah. What happens if we go into the danger zone?
Danger zone. Actually, what happens if you go into the danger zone? I think you draw some sort of
I'm about to go into the danger zone, so I don't...
danger zone. I think if you get it wrong, you'll go back to the beginning.
Check the rules, please.
My new rules. Charlie, still go.
Name 3 types of bags. Fluffy. Heavy. Back.
How did you not get that? Plastic bag for life, leather.
Bin bag, sandwich bag,
Bag
freezer
for life.
freezer bag. Other bags for life available.
It's alright, Charlie, it's alright.
Okay. Oh, damn.
Martin, you're on. Tyler, Charlie, no, me.
Let's have a look.
Name 3 islands off the coast of Britain. Isle of Wight, Falkland Islands.
That's in Argentina, you idiot.
I know, but it belongs to Britain currently.
Isle of Wight, Shetlands.
The Shetland Islands, Shetland ponies, and Isle
Some...
of Stornoway.
Yeah.
God damn it!
I wouldn't know any.
If you're listening off the Isle of Stornoway, is it always raining? Because whenever we look at the weather forecast, there's permanently... I've never seen there not be a thundercloud over Stornoway.
I think that's racist.
I don't think it is. I think it's weather...
I mean, Stornoway's near Scotland. I'm half Scottish, so I can say it's racist, because that's how
You
it
can't
is.
claim just because Stornoway is near somewhere that your half belong to. Let's go.
Good God, right. Name 3 things that are deadly. Matthew's sense of humour. A scorpion bite, a spider bite, and falling from a library building.
I'm going to say Matthew is not deadly. Matthew's comedy is not deadly.
I said falling from a building as well.
Yeah, I know, but...
It's
Oh,
all
was
run
that
out.
3? Okay.
So say.
Name 3 newspaper cartoon strips. What does that mean?
Cartoon strips. Yeah, like Garfield and the other one.
What?
Yeah,
If by Steve Bell. Doonesbury by Steve Carell, I think. And Garfield.
Give him another one. You didn't know what was
Yeah,
going
okay,
on.
that's
I think it's only...
I don't know what's going on in general, guys.
My turn this time.
No, give
No,
Charlie.
I wanna-
You said you were going to give a Charlie.
Give me the rattlestick.
No, I'm not. Go.
Name 3 mammals. Tiger, elephant, dolphin.
Yeah!
Dolphin's a fish.
It's an animal.
It's a mammal.
Dolphin's a mammal. You.
That's why I said it, because it tricks people.
Dolphin's a
What the
fish,
hell?
isn't it?
It's a mammal.
No, it's a mammal. It's warm planet.
Dolphins are mammals.
Alright, fine. Whatever.
It's still recording, right?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Alright. That was a tense moment.
Yeah. Good.
Right, my turn.
Yeah.
For the win. Not really. Name 3 items of clothing a sportsman might wear. Ski goggles, ski poles, ski socks. I had ski on the brain.
Mate, you're in the danger zone.
No, you actually got. You got.
Oh, I did actually get 3.
Alright, okay.
Because you
Fine.
can get ski socks.
You can get ski
Can
socks.
get ski.
You get
Google ski socks.
No,
Ski socks.
I packed them for Africa.
I mean,
I'm taking
You
ski
planning
socks.
to go
I'm gonna give
in
it. That was
Africa.
enough for me to give it to you.
We are once again ready for 1.
What? So I go 1, you go second, he goes memory. We go
Okay.
name.
1
Second.
memory lane.
It was better back then.
Very good. Okay.
Yes.
So,
Fantastic.
once again, actually no, we haven't done this before. So,
No, we haven't. You lost the audio.
Martin, explain what this feature is.
So this feature is we take an audio snippet from a previous podcast,
Specifically 1 second long.
1 second long. Then we replay it, and me, Charlie, or Matthew, depends. We'll try our best to put it in a humorous context.
So,
Jesus, that was awful.
previously we've recorded a pilot episode which we haven't released, but from that I've taken 1 snippet, 1 second
It was
snippet
quite
of
funny,
audio.
that crap pilot episode.
It was pretty good, but we can't release it because it's got licensed music in it.
Is it?
Yeah. Right, so
Oh, yeah.
we shall play the 1 second snippet now.
You like me more.
You like me more.
It's me saying, you like me more.
You like me more.
You like me more. You like me more. You like me more. Matthew, where do you think that was?
Well, as it happens, Martin, I know exactly where you said that.
Oh, really?
You know those shows where 5 of potential girlfriends stand on a stand? Right? And then,
Take Me Out.
And then, yeah, Take Me Out. Other shows are available.
hosted by some...
Now
terrible
hosted
celebrity.
hosted by Louis Walsh, actually.
Is it
Funny
Louis?
enough.
I thought it was Dermot O'Leary. I don't know who Dermot
No,
O'Leary is.
this version, instead of 4 or 5 girls trying to win the affection of one man, it's 5 men trying to win the affection of one girl, you see. So this is what happens. The first guy, his name's Jonathan, and he gets out a banner and he's a bit of waving the banner around.
The next contestant is, of course, incredibly muscly Big Bruce.
Big Bruce. Big Bruce gets a very heavy. He picks up a very heavy Rubik's cube actually, and he holds it in the air. With, uses the incredibly powerful biceps.
The next person is Charlie, who comes along and solves that Rubik's cube.
The fourth part guy's me.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm sitting down at a computer editing the Dice Cars podcast, and then I look at this girl and I raise my eyebrow and I go, yeah. And then finally there's Martin. Who he hasn't got any top on. He actually he's in his pyjama bottoms. He just got out of bed, really.
It's my Batman pyjama bottom.
Pyjama bottoms. He's sat in a chair.
My hair's slightly a mess.
Yeah.
I'm not shaved.
He looks at the girl and he says one thing. The only thing that he says is,
You like me more.
and repeatedly says, "You like me more."
You like me more. 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 And then start to weep.
Then the girl bows to peer pressure, and that's how Martin gets a girlfriend. By repeatedly saying, "You like me more."
That's how you do it, guys. It's a secret. You be belligerent.
In fact, I've seen you in school playground walking up to a boyfriend and girlfriend, happy couple, walking up to the girl and repeatedly shouting in their face,
You like me more.
and gradually she becomes your girlfriend
and more.
It's a hazing process.
attached to you.
That's
And
the attachment comes from the staples.
and she loves you. That's how you do it, Martin.
It's the Martin secret.
Charlie,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
where did he say you like me more?
That's an awful lot of dead air.
Shall we? Well, I'll put some. For
Music.
some reason, some spooky music on.
Not spooky.
It's nearly Halloween.
Oh my goodness.
Do a Halloween episode.
I've got it. The die is cursed.
You thought
Genius. Charlie, the spooky music is going to end in a minute.
Actually, don't have a go. He had one for the last one, and then you lost it. Okay.
I didn't lose it. I never recorded it in the first place.
If Charlie doesn't have anything, that's fine. He can do one next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Thank you, listener, for listening to 1
Second
Memory
Lane. You will now be returned to your usual.
Broadcasting.
Thank you.
Okay.
Last week we did a pilot episode of Operation. I was the worst of that, and I'm winning this by miles. This is great.
This is because the last game was a game of skill, and this is a game of luck.
It's the game of ability
And
to
knowledge.
think on your feet.
No, it's a game of who gets the easiest card. For instance, I can see that Charlie's got the easiest one, although I bet he'll still get it wrong.
Seriously?
Yes.
So you had just
Hey,
time to think of it.
don't do it.
Here we go.
Name 3 fruits: orange, apple, banana.
Yay!
A moving up world.
Moving on.
I'm going to move the microphone slightly further away.
Moving on. What do you think of the microphone?
Waving at a microphone, Charlie. It
Well,
doesn't...
because they can't see what I'm doing.
That's true. I'm not arguing with you.
Okay, come on. Who's next?
We all just did an acting.
Everyone just did a fabulous pose.
Okay.
Oh,
But you can see.
name 3 kings. King York, King Potatoes, King Richard III, King Richard II, King Richard I.
You did some really stupid ones, but I think you did enough to actually pass.
I was going to say King Edward Potatoes.
King Edward.
Edward was a king, wasn't he?
Yeah. But it's not kings that also are put on potato brands.
No, it's just name 3 kings. It doesn't say name 3 kings that aren't potatoes, does it?
No.
You can't argue with me.
I can't argue with that. That's very true. Okay. Name 3 celebrity children. Jaden Smith, Apple, and one of Will Smith's children. No, we go.
Apple.
What about Northwest? Kim
Apple's
Kardashian.
It's Gwyneth Paltrow's child. She called it Apple.
Gwyneth Paltrow has called her child Apple.
Oh, Kim Kardashian called her kid Northwest. Right?
So if he ever gets lost, he knows where to go.
They live in the northwest. Any country they live in, they'll always live in the northwest.
It's going right up to the top and maybe a bit to the left as well.
Where do you live, little boy? I don't know, but I'm called Northwest. Does that help?
Well, this kid's called Apple. He has no clue where he's going. We put it in the frozen fruit aisle.
Okay, come on.
Right.
Charlie wins.
I'm hoping this is going to be... Can you see what the question is?
Yeah.
Is it a good one? Yeah. Average. Okay. Name 3 freshwater fish, cod, salmon, and pilk.
Pilk isn't a fish. Hang on. What is a pilk?
I'm Googling it.
Is it really a thing?
I'm sure I heard that before.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just
Martin, fill for me. If I Google.
ladies and gentlemen, if you actually look at the podcast now on YouTube, you'll see Matthew. You'll see what happens when you Google Pilk. You'll edit that in, won't you, Matthew? What happens when you Google?
I don't know. It hasn't quite
Pilk.
happened yet. Hang on. How do you spell
Just let the
that?
audience say.
Pilk. Alright, go on the Urban Dictionary.
I'm not
Guy
sure.
1. Oh, dude, I just caught a sick wave, but all salt water gone in my mouth. Guy 2. You mean Pilk water? The milk of pigs from the BBC comedy Look Around You. This Pilk is delicious. Ghosts smell like pig's milk. Pilk.
It's not a fish. So
You just...
Everything and anything, and yet it can be nothing.
So it's in the air we breathe, the salt in the ocean, the spokes of a bike tyre.
That is the ultimate answer to this. Because it's everything and anything, and yet it can be nothing.
You can't,
Pilk.
if it's on the Urban Dictionary, you can't have it, because it's the Urban Dictionary. It's not a real thing.
Pilk. I could swear pilk was a type of fish.
Do you mean pike?
Oh, that's it.
I thought.
Pike, not pilk.
You had to Pilk.
They only had an extra L and the missing E.
I'm glad you have tissue, because I'm crying so much at that stupidity. Oh, good.
So, but I answered that question with anything and everything.
No.
And yet it can be nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing in this.
The air that we breathe, the salt in the ocean, the spokes of a...
Listener,
bike tyre.
please look up Pilk and go into the Urban Dictionary definition for Pilk. The second one down, you'll like it.
Well, currently the second one down. Somebody will probably go and put another one there as a joke. And then it'll be the first one.
Are you saying that that's not a
So
joke?
the first one is the milk of pigs. Came from the BBC comedy Look Around You.
I'm sort of imagining you going, look, Mum, there's a Pilk in the water. It's just this pig just lactating into the water.
Oh. Right.
Okay. Name 3 words beginning with the letter J. Jalapeno. Jogging. Joy.
As usual, Martin, you are on form. 1 point to win.
1 point to win.
I'm going
dear.
to choose your last question.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Charlie, your turn.
Name 3 numbers that add up to 100. 1, 2, 97.
I'm afraid you're out of time,
No.
Charlie.
Oh, no.
I tell you what, on countdown,
1, 2,
You-
and 97.
If you're on a countdown and you can't think of 3 numbers that add on to make it 100, and you're
I'm
saying,
not a
Countdown
quick
is really
thinker.
tense.
I'm
So
so boring.
name 3 things on the menu in a fish and chip shop. Pilk, John, salmon.
I'm afraid I can't give you that, Matthew.
Hang on a minute, I need to say that again. Name 3 things on the menu in a fish and chip shop.
Pilk, every time.
Oh,
I always order Pilk.
Pilk. Pilk, salmon and cod.
Pilk, salmon and
I'm giving myself the point for that. I think it's.
We're in the danger zone.
That is the danger zone. I think that was worth it. That
I'll give him the point.
that was incredibly funny. What luck to get 2 fish-based questions.
Okay.
And our final feature of today, we need an adventurous Indiana Jones type introduction.
I see.
No!
Is that Indiana Jones and 50 Shades of Grey?
No! The giant bowl is rolling up.
Boulder!
Oh yeah, boulder!
This giant bowl of Kellogg's just chasing him down.
That'll do as an intro.
Stay frosty in milk. Snap, crackle, and pop.
This.
It's all you need. All you
Right,
need is make
we've
a start to
we've
your
already
day.
done. We've already done the introduction. Okay, so this I shall introduce. This is called Adventurous Escapades.
Alright.
Da-da-da. Basically, this is what's happened. Martin and I have recently
Did
gone.
you just confuse yourself with Charlie?
Yes.
Good.
Martin and I have recently gone to Africa, and Charlie has in fact recently gone to Costa Rica. Was it nice there, Charlie?
Very nice. It's amazing.
Oh, I'm sure it was. It was pretty good in Africa as well, wasn't it?
I mean, you were there, so
I was there.
That put a damper on the
My
situation. But
pun-
apart from that, it was good.
Puns were hilarious, as always. Basically, this
They were
feature...
some of them were pun intentional.
Not very punny.
Anyway, should I tell them about that time?
No, yeah, why not? We'll start off with this story. Basically,
Jimmy-
this feature will involve one of us telling one of the rather hilarious stories that happened on these trips, and this feature will continue in podcast until we run out of stories, which will be in about a year's time.
10 minutes. Whilst in Africa, we spent a lot of time on the bus, on this big, huge truck that we were in. Matthew was on it with one of my friends, and they were talking about drawing trees. And so, during this time, Matthew said, "That sounds intriguing." Little beknownst to him, he actually stressed the syllable tree. He didn't mean to, though, he insists.
I didn't intend
Yeah,
to.
he didn't intend to stress the syllable tree.
He
So
didn't mean it.
we all thought he meant the joke, and we all went, "Oh, Matthew," because he'd been telling awful jokes the entire time.
No, they were actually really good.
They were all
Puns.
terrible. So, whilst we're on this trip, we were there with the head of psychology department from our school. And so we asked her, because she used to be a psychologist, we asked, is it possible for Matthew's subconscious to tell a joke? Because he insists he didn't mean to stress a syllable.
I really didn't.
She said yes, it was possible, to cut the long story short. And so I've come to the conclusion that Matthew's subconscious is actually a lot funnier than he is. And I'd like to get Matthew's subconscious on the show rather than just Matthew, because he's not great.
Well, actually, quite a lot of Matthew's subconscious will appear on the show through the editing. So quite a lot of the way things are edited are my subconscious being funnier than I am.
That's fair enough.
It's funny by cutting me out, so you don't hear my puns, and then maybe at some point he'll say something very punny. Now, back to the entertainment where you are.
Wait.
Oh,
we
no,
have to
we-
choose now, Mark.
we get
You
to
choose your
choose.
question.
No, that's easy.
There? No,
No,
wait,
you-
no. That's easy. Oh, maybe that
Oh,
one.
that's an, I like that one.
Oh, yes.
Right, we got one.
Yes.
Give it.
No, we don't give it to you. Oh, we do.
Give it to me.
Okay, ready?
Name 3 ways to make a good first impression. Smile a lot, have a relaxed body language, and tell them your name.
Tell them your name.
Victor!
You've won!
Victory!
Who would have thought that?
Sweet victory!
Martin has won a podcast.
I won
No.
the game that we played on the podcast.
I think, okay, here's what I think is what we do. Every podcast, right, when we have a game, which is
Good.
every podcast, because it's a game-based podcast,
Yeah.
we get a point. So if you win one podcast, then you will get the point for that podcast.
I'll record it.
And we'll have a running total as how many points we each have. And then, like, at Christmas, whoever has the most points
There's a present.
buys everybody beer. Good. Right, I think that's all it. Everybody, they
I
take us
feel
all
bad
out.
for being good at podcasts now. I was really good at that game. Wow.
Yeah, I was really bad at that game.
I was atrocious at that game.
You were.
You're better than me.
Pilk. Oh, and of course, don't forget, Bath now rhymes with last. Oh, lovely.
What now?
Well,
Done.
not quite. So we've done the game now. Now,
Matthew, your rhymes are as smooth as silk, fresh like the water of a pilk, because last rhymes with bath. There you go.
there we go.
Do you want to do a beat? We'll do that. No, that's not.
Okay.
awful.
We have an email, by the way. Shall we give them the email address? Because we want to hear from you. It'll be great fun, won't it?
Oh yeah.
Won't it, guys?
Just
We won't take your emails and read them in silly voices. That's not what our
No.
podcast stands
But, well, what do we want the listeners' emails with?
for. Segment suggestions.
We want segment sessions. We are young, we are naive. We do not have regular segment ideas. We have
But
a
we
couple,
have quite a few.
but we need more. We want challenges that can be done verbally. In fact, entirely verbally.
When you say verbal challenges, we don't just mean swearing at each other. For an
No,
hour and a
we
half.
want real verbal challenges like.
This is why we need segment ideas.
This is why we need you. So email. I shall give the email. Email thedie.iscast@outlook.com. I will now check that. Can you pass me that piece of paper under those two calculators? Thank you. Thedie.iscast. Have the paper in the way of the microphone. Thedie.iscast@outlook.com.
It'll be on the screen anyway, so Matthew didn't even need to say that.
No, but if you're listening on... Hang on a minute. If you're listening to this on iTunes, that means that we're now really successful.
And rich.
Which means that we don't need your input. Which means don't bother emailing in.
What we're trying to say is, if you're listening on iTunes, just don't. Just go home.
Well, shall we just go a quick wrap up? Yeah. So that was the first episode of the Dice Cast podcast. Possibly not our greatest.
We're inexperienced.
But bear with us. For we will get better, we get greater, there'll be better features, and of course, we will be older, wiser, and
I'd have beers.
plumper.
We can't say we'll be wiser, because that could be defined as untrue.
Well, I must thank you, listener. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you.
Thank you,
Very, very well.
Thank that. All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
We will see you around, guys. Possibly in the next 2 weeks. Possibly in the next month.
You never know.
You never know. All right. Adios, guys.
Goodbye.
And thanks for the milk.
Nice. I like that. Very clever.
You've not stopped recording.
Nah. Something funny might happen.
I mean, let's be honest, something funny didn't happen for an hour or so then, so you put your hopes pretty high. Have you seen my Beano notepad that I have?